Pick this player of the match for ANZ for the Sterling Reserve second T20 International. There is only one. I'm pretty sure it's a popular choice as well. Suryakumar Yadav, congratulations. 111 for you today. How important was it for you to perform like that, given your #1 ranking in the world?
I think the plan was very clear when I went into bat and when I was playing at about 12-13 overs that I had to bat till the end to get about a par score of 170, 175, and I really loved the way I went inside.
You made it look easy. We know it wasn't easy. What is the secret to the way you play your cricket shots?
Secret, I feel for such kind of format, you got to be having a good intent when you go into bat. Irrespective of situation, you just got to enjoy yourself, what you do, and it's all about what you do in practice session, all your routines and processes. That's very important back end.
It felt as if you were always a step ahead today. In fact, Stephen Fleming in our commentary box today said you're a master at preempting what the bowler's trying to do. Is that something you've worked on a lot through your very young career?
I'll take it that as a compliment and move forward.
What about the team itself? Feeling good about a performance such as this to start the series after a false start last week?
Yeah, obviously it's a great feeling coming here, having a full game, irrespective of what the weather conditions were, and going one up in the series is always good after the first game, and really happy with it.
How close tonight to perfection did you feel in terms of your own game?
I feel I didn't think too much about what was happening inside. I just had my game plans, what I had to do when I went into bat, and then I just stayed in present and enjoyed myself.
Let's go finally. What about this crowd here tonight? A message for them?
Wonderful crowd here. I mean, great to see such a massive support, and really looking forward to next T20 in Napier.
Congratulations. A fine knock today. Well done, sir.
Yeah, 111 not out. It was brutal and yet classic all at the same time. Just hoist the ball. Just knew where he wanted to hit it, picked the deliveries and did the right thing time and time again in a very short period of time as well. So plenty for the New Zealand skipper to think about to contain this fella. Let's head back out to Scotty.
Kane Williamson, a tough night for the team tonight, no mistaking that. Your initial thoughts of the performance of the New Zealand side this evening?
Yeah, it was not our best effort. Having said that, Suryakumar, that was out of this world. Yeah, one of the best knocks that I think I've ever seen, and some of those shots I have never seen. So it was next level, and clearly head and shoulders above the rest in terms of trying to generate anything out there. So they were outstanding. We weren't quite up to the task today, but better for the hit out. I suppose if you look across the board, we're never able to wrestle momentum with the ball in terms of get a breakthrough or two, and then with the bat we couldn't quite get momentum either. It was frustrating, and yeah, one of those things. But I suppose it keeps pointing back to Suryakumar and the way he went out there and said it was something special.
It felt hard for New Zealand tonight, just the conditions maybe, or is it just a case of probably trying a lot harder than you thought you might need to?
Yeah, maybe a mix of all of the above. Obviously at the start, very tricky with quite a lot of swing, and those two at the top there for India are some of the best exponents. But to get through that and try and get some momentum and not be able to was frustrating. We kept losing wickets, and it was not our best effort. T20 can go a little bit like that, but quick turnaround, and guys have been playing really good cricket over the last month. The games have been coming thick and fast, so important just to look at those small areas we can touch on and keep moving forward.
It can be a bit of a goldfish game, T20 cricket. You've got to forget about it pretty quickly and move on to the next one. Only a couple of days now before we move to Napier. Better conditions expected in Napier in terms of temperature at least, and maybe a bit of sunshine around. What does the team have to work on in the next couple of days just to put this performance to the side and to focus on the next?
Yeah, I think you look at the small margins. A couple of overs either way, the game can swing a lot. But at the same time, you have to tip your cap to something special, which is an innings we saw today. That can happen. He's obviously the best T20 player in the world, and he certainly showed all of that today.
We look forward to catching up with you in a couple of days' time, mate, so enjoy the trip down. Thanks, Kane. We're going to welcome in Indian skipper Hardik Pandya. Hardik, congratulations on the victory tonight. It was an all-round team effort. There was obviously a magnificent innings from our man Sky, but also your bowling unit did a job as well. Would you think of this as a complete performance tonight?
Absolutely, it can't get any better than this. Everyone chipping in, but obviously it was a very special inning by Surya. He kind of put us in the game, I think 30 runs forward. We would have taken 170 and would have been quite happy with the total, but at the end of the day, his brilliance kind of got us this total we got. And obviously then the bowlers came and they were very clinical. Everyone knew that eventually going forward, you know, we as a unit have decided that we're going to be a little aggressive in terms of our mindset, and it being aggressive does not mean that you're going to take every ball wicket or try to take every ball wicket. It's just that how you show yourself, the body language, the mindset, it kind of changes. Even a good ball would be, you can be aggressive as well. So looking at all those things, I think we kind of ticked all the boxes, and especially with the kind of dew not dew, I think it was proper water because of the rain. It was quite difficult to bowl, but they stuck to their plans and kind of eventually got the result they wanted.
Showed a lot of trust as well, and your six bowling option today with Hooda getting the option to bowl. So going into the match today, was it always your intention to bowl the six bowlers?
Yeah, absolutely, because obviously I have bowled a lot of time. People know what exactly, and I myself know what I can do. But eventually, going forward, I want to look at number of more bowling opportunities who can bowl. It's not that always the bowler is going to have their day, but if I can kind of get one or two more batters to bowl and kind of get more confidence in the game time, it could have gone the other way as well. It could have gone on a different way where the result would have not been that. But eventually, today was one of the days where the sixth bowler can get that much confidence, and Deepak kind of came and stopped the runs where they were getting some rhythm. But I think Deepak came and bowled absolutely fantastic, and kind of those 2 overs kind of changed the game and kind of put them under more pressure.
We know it was an important tour, and this was an important start for this Indian side, an Indian side that is introducing some fresher faces to international T20 cricket. How do you feel as a captain after a performance like that, and what is your expectation now heading into the third and final game in Napier?
I mean, there's no expectation. It's just that I expect them to be professional, which they are. Just going to give them the opportunity to kind of go there and enjoy the sport. Obviously, a lot of pressure is always there when you play for India, but at the same point of time, how I can create an environment where players are thriving in terms of their behavior, attitude. They should be happy. They should be happy around the bunch of guys, and then that's something which I see very often in this team, where people are getting happy on in their teammates' performance, and I think that's a very healthy sign going forward. And eventually, from the third game, nothing changes. A plan changes, and see, winning and losing will be always part of this sport. But at the end of the day, what kind of attitude you come with, that's more important for me as a captain. And I think today was fantastic, and people were backing each other. That's what I look for.
And finally, I know it's early, but can we expect changes to your lineup for the third and final Sterling Reserve T20 International?
I don't know. We will go. We'll see the wickets, and it's too short a time to kind of. I would love to give opportunity to every player is there in the squad, but it's just unfortunately the kind of games we are playing. It's just one game. So I think we'll ask the bowlers, we'll ask some of the players as well. If they feel like they want to rest, they'll rest. Otherwise, I don't know, to be honest. I'll see what happens when we reach on the ground.
All right. Well, enjoy tonight anyway. Congratulations on the victory, Hardik Pandya.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we wait a couple of days to Napier to see if there are any changes. You can take the big guns out of the side, but you can't take much of the firepower out. It was the number one player in the world, Suryakumar Yadav, with 111 from 51 deliveries, who took the game away from New Zealand. Brilliant display as well from the bowlers. Hooda 4 for 10 was the highest, I think the best return for an Indian bowler against New Zealand. Not good enough to get man of the match. They were all tight. They all knew what they were doing. Siraj was tight. Chahal was quite brilliant and thoughtful with his leg spinners. And Neshwa was very good as well. They all swung the ball and did what their captain wanted of them. And in the end, India won by 65 runs. Quite a hiding. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll look at the game in a little bit more depth.